Hey girls, it's Tuesday. Oh goodness. So I'm not looking forward to the Ides of April. More on that later. Katie, I love your headband. Purple's like my favorite color. Um, and you're releasing a literary journal. That's super fancy. Our high school had like a literary magazine, and Jessie and I were both on the staff for that for a little while. Well, she was on it longer than me, and like so many submissions were just so emo and full of cliche. Jessie has a song about it. I think it'd be cool if she posted a video. Yes. Um, I've never seen the complete works of William Shakespeare, and if you're talking about the one that I think you are, it's like spelled Compleat, and like there's some other letters and stuff cut out somewhere. If it were me and I were directing, I'd totally have cast chicks. That's what I do. I like to I don't know, cross-gender cast things so that everybody's a chick, because let's face it, there are so many like girl actors in the world, but when you want guy actors, you're like begging everyone you know, and they're all busy because they're already in shows. Um, so prom dress. Did you get one? Do we get to see pictures? Because I like dresses and I think those are pretty. Um, I didn't go to my junior prom, but I did end up going to my senior prom because I felt like, it was some rite of passage that in a few years when I wasn't still convinced that I didn't care about anything mainstream, that it would make a difference, and it was okay. Now I know what prom is like. I was especially amused that pretty much like 5 minutes after people got in like the hall or wherever we were for it, that like there was just a pile of like high heels that girls had just come in and taken off their shoes, and I tried to keep mine on for a while because I really liked them. They were very pretty. And I'm not a fancy shoe person and I'm not a fancy dress person, but I was for like this one night. And I had them on for like 45 minutes, the shoes, and that was a mistake because like I could not walk for the rest of the night. Um, Jessie, I was under the impression that you were the number two cat snuggling champ of the Greater Norwegian area, which is not like the Lesser Fendland area, and is actually the Greater Norwegian area. It's about the same size, even though if you looked at a map, that wouldn't really make sense. Um, and I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. As for why the Ides of April, aka April 15th, sucks so much, well, actually, it doesn't suck because there's finally going to be a new episode of Supernatural, which I don't think anybody on this channel cares about except for me. But the dark side of that is that I probably won't be watching it live, but I've set it to DVR, so yeah. The reason I won't be watching it live is because I'm entering a script writing contest. So it's basically like I'm doing the double time version of Script Frenzy, where the goal isn't a rough draft, the goal is a completely polished draft of a 1 hour long TV drama. And it's actually going fairly well in a getting things done kind of way. At the moment, I kind of feel like I'm gonna throw up from the caffeine poisoning, and there's like a white filmy glow around everything that I'm looking at. But it's okay. It means that things are progressing nicely. So that, and then, oh yeah, taxes are due on the 15th, which means I'm probably gonna have to pay like another 50 or $60 to good old Uncle Sam. And so Jesse and I went to the recording studio last night. That was pretty freaking cool because literally all I had to do was stand there with my instrument and everything happened around me. I've never experienced that before. I might actually end up going back. And also because, like, whenever I try to record violin with this microphone, I don't know if you can see it, it's in front of my face, so you probably can. My Radio Shack microphone, it sounds horrible. Like, I have to put reverb on it just to make it remotely palatable. Um, and when we were recording the violin last night with, like, the good microphones at the studio, it was like, oh my gosh, this actually sounds like a violin and not like something that makes me want to claw my ears off. Um, but that was cool, and we didn't quite finish half of it, but we're gonna go back tonight at 9 p.m. And the guy that was teching us last night was kind enough to say that he was willing to stay as late as necessary in order to finish the song. Which is good, because that means that'll be one less thing to do, and it's actually going really well. Like, it sounds really good and stuff, and that's exciting. And I am gonna go write. Bye.